Today, the suspect in the murders of 4 University of Idaho students appeared before a judge in Pennsylvania. Bryan Kohberger agreed to be returned to Idaho without a fight. His attorney says that Kohberger is eager to be exonerated. Police say they linked Kohberger to the crime scene by using DNA in a public genealogy database. What investigators have not revealed is whether they have a murder weapon or a motive. ABC's Kayna Whitworth reports in from Pennsylvania.
Today, shackled and silent, the 28-year-old grad student accused of stabbing 4 Idaho college students to death led into a Pennsylvania courthouse where he waived his extradition rights.
Arrangements currently are being made to deliver Kohberger back to Idaho, where he can have continued due process and face these charges.
As he left the courtroom, Kohberger mouthed, "I love you," to his family. His mother and sister crying throughout the hearing. Weeks ago, Kohberger was studying criminology at Washington State, but tonight he's bound for Idaho to face 4 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin.
I want to give my condolences to the families of the victims out in Idaho for their loss. It's my sincere hope that this marks a clear step in the right direction of effectuating justice for those folks.
The murders taking place in the early morning hours of November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. Kaylee and Madison, best friends since childhood, stabbed to death in the same bed. Their roommate Xana and her boyfriend Ethan stabbed in another bedroom. 2 of the roommates on the first floor survived the carnage.
Did anybody do their chores today?
Just weeks before the murders, this close group of friends seen joking around in their TikTok videos. Dad telling us he's relieved.
It felt like a cloud was lifted off of us. It's like seeing sunlight after you've been stuck in a house for a month. So it definitely provided relief and comfort to know that things were progressing and all this torture of waiting had a purpose and a meaning. And it was very, and it was right before her celebration of life. So that also added to, knowing that millions of people have had prayers for us. And in a bad case, a bad situation, this is one of the best ways that we could have learned in the moments of learning it.
The FBI had Kohberger under surveillance for 4 days at his parents' home in Pennsylvania before agents moved in early Friday morning.
Looking at the scope of the situation and the ties this defendant has to my county, I would hold our office at the disposal of the Idaho authorities to help facilitate a complete background investigation into the defendant, both activities prior to the murders occurring within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and his activities after the murders in Pennsylvania.
Back in May, someone using the same name posted on Reddit looking to recruit volunteers for a research project aimed at understanding how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. Kohberger remained a teacher's assistant until the end of the semester at Washington State, before driving 2,500 miles cross-country with his father, arriving in Pennsylvania December 13th, exactly 1 month after the murders. Tonight, the extraordinary moment an Indiana state trooper approaches Idaho murder suspect Bryan Kohberger and his father during one of 2 traffic stops in mid-December during their 2,500-mile road trip home in his white Hyundai Elantra. This one for tailgating.
Where we're at? Yeah, it's a long haul. You guys scared of airplanes?
Police have been looking for a white Elantra spotted near the crime scene for weeks. Tonight, they say that car is in custody. Sources tell ABC News that police also linked Kohberger to the crime scene through DNA, using a public genealogy database, finding relatives, then zeroing in on their suspect.
Those genealogy databases becoming increasingly helpful to investigators. Kayna Whitworth joins us now from Pennsylvania. Kayna, Kohberger's lawyer says his client insists that he is innocent. Have police found any evidence that he knew the victims?
Well, Lindsay, so Kohberger told his lawyer he was in Pullman, Washington the night of the murders, but authorities continue to say this was a targeted attack. But as for a connection between Kohberger and the victims, Lindsay, authorities tell me that is still part of this investigation.
So interesting. Kayna Whitworth, our thanks to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.